Thank you, Prasad Prabhu. Please continue chanting and we'll start. Already late. Actually, I took rest, honestly. I want to relax for some time, but it went. that is a illusory potency of too much sleeping. Sorry. Thank you so much for waiting. So we'll continue. Okay. Yeah. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namne. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaurav Bhaktivranda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatkrupatamahamam Vande Sri Gurum Dinakarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Om Apavitra Pavitro Sarvavastam Gatopiva Yasmaret Pundari Paksham Sabahya Tuji Sri Vishnu Om Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam Sada Pashanti Surayo Diviva Jaksharatadam Sadviprasa Vipanyava Chakraham Sasamindate Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We'll continue from this Bhagavad Gita. ఒకసారి ఫస్ట్ ఒక్కొక్కలము జస్ట్ ఈ ట్రాన్స్లేషన్ చదువుదాం ఫస్ట్ 6-7 వరకు చదవండి ఒకరు జస్ట్ అగైన్ ప్లీజ్ రీడ్ 1 by 1 translation. 17th chapter talks about the divisions of faith also based on different modes and situated. Krishna is explaining so nicely. This is just before last chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that is 17th. Next is the 18th. So please read 1 by 1 this text 1 until 6-7.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Please read. Yeah.
Mataji, can I read Mataji? I need to go.
Yeah. Sure, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. First 3 Chadi, you can come back.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: Arjuna inquired, "O Krishna, what is the situation of those who do not follow the principles of scriptures, but worship according to their own imagination? Are they in goodness, in passion, or ignorance?"
Krishna is asking. Krishna is asking. Yes, Prabhu.
Next to translation: The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, according to the modes of nature acquired by the embodied soul, one's faith can be of 3 kinds: in goodness, in passion, or are in ignorance. Now hear about this. Text 3. O son of Bharata, according to the one's existence under the various modes of nature, one evolves a particular kind of faith. The living being is said to be particular faith according to the modes he has acquired. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu, thank you. Mata, go ahead. So Krishna is explaining three kinds of modes as well as the faith in three kinds of mode. Huh? Hare Krishna. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Translation, Translation. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods. Those in the mode of passion worship the demons. And those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits.
Hare. Krishna directly telling in goodness, passion, and ignorance. Huh? Yeah. Okay. 5, 6. Go ahead.
Will I continue, Prabhuji?
No, continue.
Yeah. Okay. Those who undergo severe austerities and penances not recommended in the scriptures, performing them out of pride and egoism, who are impelled by lust and attachment, who are foolish and who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons.
Mhm. Yeah, impelled by lust and attachment, they perform different sacrifices and austerities based on their out of pride and egoism. Such kind of foolish who torture the material elements of the body, torturing, Krishna Prabhupada translation, who torture the material elements of the body as well as the super soul dwelling within, are to be known as demons. Simple process they cannot take up, remembering Krishna and serving like that. They wanted to go severe penances, Hare Krishna. Okay, text 7 also. Please go ahead. Yesterday, did we complete 7? I was not there. I was there, but I couldn't focus.
7 and 8 over Prabhuji.
7 and 8, okay. 7 and 8
9
also,
చేయాలి
please take. 8 వరకు అయిపోయినాయా?
అవును Prabhuji, 9 చేయాలి ఈరోజు.
9 చేయాలి. Okay, sure. Thank you, Babu. Please read, anyone? Please read 7 and 8 again, translations. Rashmi Mataji or anybody, please, there? Chandra Prabhu, I see from there somebody is there. Okay. Charisman Prabhu, you want to read?
Prabhu, dropping kids, Prabhu.
Okay.
10 more minutes.
No problem. Prasad Prabhu, please continue, 7 and 8.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare
Hare
7 Prabhuji. Yeah. Even the food each person prefers is of three kinds, according to three modes of material nature. Okay. The same is true of sacrifice, austerities, and charity. Okay, sacrifices లో 3 types, austerity లో 3 types, charity లో కూడా మళ్ళీ 3 types ఉన్నాయి.
ఇవన్నీ this chapter is explaining divisions of faith and first 3-4 verses Krishna is telling about the faith and the worship, how they worship. Now he's talking about the food.
Yeah. Now here of the distinctions between them.
So talking about the foods.
Foods dear to those in the mode of goodness increases the duration of life, purify one's existence, and give strength, health, happiness, and satisfaction. Such foods are juicy, fatty, wholesome, and pleasing to the heart.
Goodness foods. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So we'll continue.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Text 8, what is saying? Rasya Snigdha Stira Hrudya. Prabhupada writes, purify one's existence. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll continue. Text 9 and 10 today. Recitation, please follow. Katvam lavantya ushna.
కట్వం లవనాత్యుష్ణ
Katvam lavanatyushna.
కట్వం లవనాతృష్ణ
Tikshna ruksha vidahina.
తీక్ష్ణ రూక్ష విదాహినః
Tikshna ruksha vidahina.
తీక్ష్ణ రూక్ష విదాహినః
Ahara rajasa siesta.
ఆహార రాజసస్యేష్ట
Ahara rajasa siesta.
ఆహార రాజసస్యేష్ట
Dukkha shokamaya prada.
Dukkha shokamaya prada.
Maya prada.
Dukkha shokamaya prada.
Dukkha
Dukkha
shokamaya
shokamaya
prada.
prada.
చేయండి మాతాజీ.
హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
యా హరే కృష్ణ.
కటాంబ్ల లవణాతృష్ణ కట్వం ఆమ్ల లవణాతృష్ణ తీక్ష్ణ రూక్ష విదాహినః ఆహార రాజసశ్చేష్ట దుఃఖ శోకామయ ప్రదాః. శ్రీల ప్రభుపాదుల వారి అనువాదము. మిక్కిలి చేదైనవి, మిక్కిలి పుల్లనివి, ఉప్పుతో నిండినవి, మిక్కిలి వేడిగా ఉండునవి, మిక్కిలి తీవ్రమైనవి, రసహీనమైనవి, మంట కలిగించినట్టు ఆహారములు రజోగుణములోని వారికి ప్రీతికరములు. అట్టి ఆహారములు దుఃఖమును, శోకమును, రోగమును కలిగించును. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. దుఃఖము అంటే డిస్ట్రెస్ తెలియదు ఇంగ్లీష్. శోకము మిజరీ అండ్ డిసీజ్ రోగం. అంటే ఫుడ్ ఆల్సో how food also affects our body. Foods that are too bitter, too sour, salty, hot, pungent, dry, and burning are dear to those in the mode of passion. Such foods cause distress, misery, and disease. The outside market la amutaru foods, right? Too much mode of passion foods. Okay. Text 10. We'll stop with this verse. Yeah. Yatayamam gatarasam.
యాతయామంగతరసం.
యాతయామం గతరసం
యాతయామంగతరసం.
పూతి పర్యుషితం చయాత్.
పూతి పర్యుషితయం చయాత్.
పూతి పర్యుషితం చయాత్.
పూతి పర్యుషితయం చయాత్.
ఉచ్చైష్టం అపి చామేధ్యం.
ఉచ్ఛిష్టం అపి చామేధ్యం.
ఉచ్చిష్టం కాదు, ఉచ్చిష్టం అపి చామేధ్యం.
ఉచ్ఛిష్టమపి చామేధ్యం.
భోజనం తామస ప్రియం.
భోజనం తామస ప్రియం.
భోజనం తామస ప్రియం.
భోజనం తామస ప్రియం.
ప్రియం.
హరే కృష్ణ.
హరే కృష్ణ. యాతయామాం గతరసం పూతి పర్యుషితం చయత్ ఉచ్ఛిష్టం అపి చామేధ్యం భోజనం తామస ప్రియం. శ్రీల ప్రభుపాదుల వారి అనువాదము. భుజించుటకు 3 గంటలకు ముందుగా వండబడిన ఆహారము రుచిహీనమైనది, దుర్వాసనతో కూడి కుళ్ళునది. ఇతరులు తినగా మిగిలినది ఎంగిలి మరియు నిషిద్ధ పదార్థములతో కూడిన ఆహారము తమో గుణంలోని వ్యక్తులకు ప్రీతికరములు. హరే కృష్ణ ప్రభుజీ.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mother. Food prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten, food that is tasteless, decomposed and putrid, and food consisting of remnants and untouchable things is dear to those in the mode of darkness, ignorance, guys. Okay. So that's where, fresh food is always better. It creates, good consciousness, mode of goodness. So all other, passion and ignorance, it creates, that's why food also affects in our body, right? Many one of the important thing, how to maintain our body, we have to eat. The eating propensity situated in mode of goodness is better for conducing spirituality. So this is what Krishna is nicely telling about the food habits, who is situated in the modes of nature. 3 hours before, and that's where, every time, one more understanding, 3 hours before is always, that is recommended, some dry items, some sweet snacks, for example. So it can be frozen, it can be offered to Krishna. But then what is the question of then 3 hours before? Some items can be, it will stay for good, I mean, it won't lose the freshness, right? So that's it. So all the time, whenever we prepare, bhoga and offer to Krishna, and within 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours, sometimes leftovers will be there, right? So sometimes leftovers will be there. Mostly, it's better to prepare all the time fresh food and offer to Krishna and have it.
Krishna, one doubt అవుతుంది.
Chevan bro.
Yesterday, అంటే మా ఇంటికి some guest came. Yesterday we cooked some rice and it was leftovers అవుతుంది. Yesterday night. So it is there, Prabhuji. We need to throw that rice and we need to eat.
Now, see again. Now, throw. Not to throw. Just share it with somebody, or we can consume. I mean, we are taking boxes of prasadam from the temple or center. When we next day we eat like that. When it is leftover, right? Mostly we need to distribute. We need to do. But if not there, I mean, that's why we save it in the refrigerator and heating up and taking, right. So I mean,
But mode of ignorance food, Prabhuji.
and I see, as per Krishna's terms, see that Krishna చెప్తున్నాడు కదా, again we are keeping in it. Actually, see, there are so many things in Krishna consciousness in about food. How one should eat fresh food all the time, but refrigerator అంటేనే mode of ignorance, Prabhu. Can we believe that? ఫ్రిడ్జ్
Yes,
లో పెట్టుకొని ఫ్రిడ్జ్ లో పెట్టుకొని తినడం అనేది యాక్చువల్లీ మోడ్ ఆఫ్ ఇగ్నోరెన్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ. Whoever practicing serious Krishna consciousness, they take fresh food only. Whatever food is left over, they distribute, or that's where the temples also we distribute immediately. We want to store. That is there. Sometimes you see again situations. Temples also, when it is too much left over, we keep it in refrigerator and next day heat up and take it. Now, how can we understand that one then? Again, so Krishna says decompose. If he is not decomposed, for example, still prasadam, Mahaprasadam, we can have it. Dry prasadam is there. Dry prasadam never decomposes. Always, it's fresh only. Now, if you see Tirupati Laddu prasadam, for example, some dry snack prasadam. So one thing we have to understand, if it is not decomposed, if it is fresh, still fresh, we can have it.
I'm asking you rice, Prabhuji, rice item, because the rice is there. So rice, if you eat rice now, especially rice, it will be completely drowsiness for you today.
And that's where మనకు తెలిసిపోతుంది బాబు. అందుకే బెటర్ టు
అంటే నైట్ రైస్ మిగిలితే పెరగన్నం కలిపేసుకుంటే ఇబ్బంది ఉండదు. పొద్దునగా పెరగన్నం చెడిపోదు ఎక్కువ. నెక్స్ట్ ఎట్లా అంటే మనం ప్రసాదం దేవుని సమర్పిస్తాం కాబట్టి, ఇప్పుడు బాక్సులు తీసుకుపోయేటివైనా కానీ మీరు ఎప్పుడో 12 గంటలకు 1 గంట తింటారు, 8 గంటలకు బాక్సులు తయారైపోతాయి. అంటే 3 గంటలు ఉండాలంటే 4 గంటలు, 5 గంటలు, 6 గంటలు తింటారు కదా, ఒకసారి 6 గంటలు గ్యాప్ వస్తుంది. ప్రసాదం కాబట్టి ఏం కాదు, ఎప్పుడైతే భగవంతుని సమర్పిస్తామో అది శుద్ధి అయిపోతుంది. దాని గురించి పెద్ద వరి కావాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు.
If prasadam also, for example, decomposed,
ప్రసాదం డీకంపోజ్ అయితే మనం పాడాల్సిందే. అంటే మనం ఏది 24 hours దాటి మనం పెట్టుకోం కదా ఏదైనా కానీ. జనరల్ గా ఈరోజు పొద్దున చేసిన ఫుడ్ మనం రేపు మధ్యాహ్నానికి తినాం కదా, రేపు పొద్దునకి. జనరల్ గా ఏమంటే ఇప్పుడు 3 hours అంటున్నారు. 3 hours అంటుంటే మనం 3 hours లో ఎట్లాగో మనం బాక్స్ లో తినలేం. 3 hours మనం కట్టుకుపోయినా వీలైనంత జల్దీ తినడం మంచిది. అది ఆచార్యులు ఏం చెప్తారంటే, అదే నేను ఇంతకుముందు విన్న దాంట్లో, అదే ప్రసాదము సమర్పిస్తాం కాబట్టి ఆ భగవంతునికి పంపించే
ఒక మాట కరెక్ట్. ప్రసాదానికి అవన్నీ ఉంటాయి, బట్ ప్రసాదం డీకంపోజ్డ్, then we need to pray and throw what we can do.
అంతే అంతకంటే ఏం చేయాలి.
Pray, that is the thing, okay. But it's better, we can, if it is possible to have all the time fresh food, anyway we have to offer as devotee, we are practicing bhakti, as part of
జనరల్ గా
bhakti.
రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉన్నంతనే వండుకోవాలి. జనరల్ గా అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కువ కూడా తినకూడదు అంటారు కదా. ఇప్పుడు లైట్ గా ఉండడం మంచిది అంటారు. కొంచెం తక్కువైనా పర్లేదు కానీ ఎక్కువ కాకుండా చూసుకోవాలి.
కరెక్ట్, అంతే బాబు. రైట్. అది different things. Okay, Hare Krishna. Okay, so now I will continue with the Granthara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Only text 54 completed.
అదే ఏం చదువుతున్నావు? 60
టెక్స్ట్ 54 అయిపోయింది. 55
చదవాలి కదా. 55 onwards. Right. Okay, thank you బాబు. So I'm sharing here once. 55 onwards will continue. So I'm sharing this document once. Okay. Let us recite some Bhagavatam prayers. Before reciting, I want to do this. Okay. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudire nashtaprayasha padreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी कृष्णे स्वधामोपगते धर्मज्ञानादिभिः सह कलौ नष्टदृशम् एषः पुराणकोऽधुनोदितः कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकीनन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजाङ्ग्रये Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4. Canto 4 talks about let's see. Let 455 onwards we will continue. The canto title. Prabhupada given nice titles in each cantos, huh? So 4.8. So what it is saying? 4.8. 4.8 talks 8.1, the creation of the fourth order, and there 8 chapter 8. We are reading Dhruva Maharaja leaves home for the forest. So all these Dhruva Maharaj pastimes. So let me show you here once. So these chapters, continuous thing. If you see chapter 8 onwards until chapter 13 is all about Dhruva Charitra, pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. Okay, that's where chapter 8 until chapter 13. ఎంతవరకు సో ఆయన డిసెండెంట్స్ కూడా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ లాస్ట్. ఒకసారి ధ్రువ మహారాజ్, హూ ఈస్ ధ్రువ మహారాజా, హూ కమ్, హౌ హీ టుక్ ఫ్రమ్, కెన్ యూ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఎనీవన్ హూ ఈస్ ధ్రువ మహారాజాస్ లీనియేజ్? ఎవరు నుంచి వచ్చాడు?
బ్రహ్మవంశంలో ఉత్తానపాదుడు యొక్క సన్.
ఇంకా లీనియేజ్ ఎనీ?
ఉత్తానపాద్ స్వయంభూమను బ్రహ్మ.
ఎస్ బాబు, ఒక్కసారి let us see once, ఒక్కసారి ట్రీ చూద్దాం, జస్ట్ హాఫ్ మినిట్ ఒక్కసారి చూడండి. ఎవరున్నారు ఇక్కడ? ఒకసారి ప్రభు మీరు క్విక్ నావిగేట్ చేయండి ప్రభు, లలిత్ మోహన్ ప్రభు. సో కృష్ణ, డైరెక్ట్లీ కృష్ణ. ఓకే, Lord Brahma born from Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, expansion of Krishna only. Okay, right? Purusha Avatara, right? Purusha Avatara, no? Right? First one, Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, right? So from Purusha incarnation of Supreme Lord, so is that Lord Brahma took birth, naval part of Supreme Lord, that is called Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. I can చెప్పండి ప్రభు, మరి
ఇప్పుడు లార్డ్ బ్రహ్మ ఉన్నాడు కదా ప్రభు, లార్డ్ బ్రహ్మకి బోల్డ్ మంది సంతానం ఉంటది. అందులో ఒక సంతానం గురించి మాట్లాడినప్పుడు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుంది అనమాట, ఆయన గురించి చెప్పండి నాకు అని. అసలు ఈ టాపిక్ అంతా ఎందుకు వచ్చింది? క్రియేషన్ గురించి అడుగుతారు. ఎవరు? పరీక్షిత్ మహారాజ్.
కరెక్ట్. ఈ ప్రోజిని ఎట్లా వచ్చింది అంతా?
సో క్రియేషన్ గురించి అడిగితే, ఈ క్రియేషన్ అనేది విదుర మైత్రే ఆల్రెడీ మాట్లాడుకున్నారయ్యా అని విదుర మైత్రే సంవాదం వస్తుంది అనమాట. ఇప్పుడు విదుర మైత్రే ఏం మాట్లాడుకుంటున్నారు? క్రియేషన్ ఎలా చేశాడని మైత్రే చెప్తున్నాడు విదురుకి. ఓకే, ఎలా ఏం చెప్తున్నాడు అంటే, కృష్ణుడు నుంచి ఈ దాన్ని ఏమంటారు, బ్రహ్మ నుంచి స్వయంభూమను. బ్రహ్మకి చాలా మంది పుత్రులు ఉంటారు, అందులో ఒకడు స్వయంభూమను అనమాట. స్వయంభూమని పేరు వచ్చిన వెంటనే ఈయన ఆపేమంటాడు. ఆయన గురించి చెప్పి ఆయన ఫ్యామిలీలో బోల్డంత మంది డివోటీస్ వచ్చారని విన్నాను అంటాడు అనమాట మైత్రేయ, విదుర. సేమ్ ఇప్పుడు పరీక్షిత్ కూడా అదే అంటాడు. ఆయన గురించి చెప్పండి బాగా అని. సో అక్కడ టాపిక్ అయిపోద్ది, అక్కడ ఆగిపోద్ది అనమాట. ఆగిపోయి వీళ్ళలో వచ్చిన భక్తులందరి గురించి డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ ఎవరు అంటే కపిల్ దేవ్. ఆయన భగవంతుడి యొక్క ఇన్కార్నేషనే వస్తాడు, స్వయంభూమానికి మనోడి కింద పుడతాడు అనమాట. ఆ కూతురు పేరేంటి? స్వయంభూమన కూతురికి కొడుకు అతను. ఆ కూతురు పేరేంటి? దేవహూతి. ఓకే, సో దేవహూతి మళ్ళీ ఆవిడ యొక్క మ్యారేజ్ ఎట్లా అయ్యింది, కర్దమ్ముని ఏం చేశాడు, తర్వాత ఆయనకి పిల్లలు ఎవరెవరు. ఒక పిల్లవాడు లాస్ట్ లో కపిల్ ముని అనమాట. కపిల్ దేవ్. ఆ కపిల్ దేవ్ గురించి మొత్తం అంతా డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఉండదు థర్డ్ క్యాంటో. ఫోర్త్ క్యాంటో వచ్చేసరికి ఇంకొక కూతురు ఉంటారు కదా, దేవహూతి కాకుండా ప్రసూతి. సో ప్రసూతి గురించి కొంచెం డిస్క్రిప్షన్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, ఈ ప్రసూతి యొక్క కూతురు సతి, ఒక ఆవిడ, అంటే స్వయంభూమని యొక్క మనవరాలు, కూతురు. ఆవిడ వృత్తాంతం మొత్తం జరుగుద్ది. ఎందుకు? దక్ష ఉన్నాడు కదా, దక్ష అహంకారం తగ్గించడానికి, శివుడి యొక్క గొప్పతనాన్ని వెలిచేయడానికి.
ఈ ధ్రువ మహారాజ్ పాస్ట్ టైం కంటే ముందంటే అదే మొత్తం సతీ పాస్ట్ టైం.
ఈ ఫోర్త్ క్యాంటోలో ఇప్పుడు ప్రసూతి అయిపోయాక అకూతి యొక్క కొడుకు యజ్ఞ అనేది యజ్ఞ అది సెవెంత్ క్యాంటోలోనే ఎప్పుడో వస్తుంది. ఓకేనా? సో ఈ లోపు ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఉత్తానపాద్ ఆగలేడు అనమాట ఇప్పుడు యాక్చువల్లీ. ఎందుకంటే ఫస్ట్ కొడుకు ప్రియవ్రత, అతని గురించి చెప్పాలి, కానీ సెకండ్ కొడుకు గురించి చెప్పేస్తున్నాడు. ఎందుకు? ధ్రువుడు గురించి ఆగలేకపోతున్నాడు చెప్పడానికి. మన మైత్రేయి గాని లేకపోతే సుఖదేవ్ గోస్వామి గాని భక్తులు కదా, అందుకని వాళ్ళ గురించి చెప్తారనమాట ఫస్ట్. సో ఇందులో ఉత్తానపద డిస్క్రిప్షన్స్ ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నారు అంటే, ఇందులో భక్తుడు వచ్చాడు కదా, ధ్రువుడు వచ్చాడు కదా, అందుకని ఈ టాపిక్ ఫస్ట్ చెప్తారనమాట. ఇది చెప్పి ఇప్పుడు ధ్రువ యొక్క లీనియేజ్ ఉంటది అనమాట. ఈ లీనియేజ్ చెప్తూ పృథు దాకా వెళ్తుంది.
సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద థింగ్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ ఇప్పుడు సాంబోమను, దేవహూతి, లార్డ్ కపిల గురించి, అండ్ హియర్ ప్రసూతి డాటర్.
ప్రభు, ఈ స్వయంభూమని యొక్క కూతుర్లు కొడుకులు సరిగ్గా గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నారు అనుకోండి,
భాగవతం
సెకండ్ క్యాంటో ఎండింగ్ నుంచి ఫిఫ్త్ క్యాంటో ఎండింగ్ దాకా మొత్తం వచ్చేస్తుంది మీకు భాగవతం.
అండ్ నేను బ్రహ్మ మానసపుత్రుడు నారదముని ఆల్సో రైట్ ప్రభు, అండ్ 4 కుమారాస్ ఆల్సో రైట్.
చాలా మంది ఉన్నారు ప్రభు, చాలా మంది. ఇదిగో పక్కన బ్రహ్మ నుంచి ఒక లైన్ వెళ్తుంది కదా, అందులో ఒకటి అదర్స్ అని రాశారు, మరీచి, అత్రి. ఇప్పుడు ఈ మరీచి, అత్రి ఏంటంటే మళ్ళీ సూర్యవంశం చంద్రవంశం నుంచి వస్తారు కాబట్టి, వీళ్ళు వస్తారు కాబట్టి వీళ్ళ గురించి ప్రాధాన్యం భాగవతంలో ఇచ్చారు. ఈ అదర్స్ అనే దానిలో కొల్లలుగా ఉంటారన్నమాట బ్రహ్మదేవుడికి పుట్టిన వాళ్ళలో.
ఓకే, thank you Babu. We will continue. So we are in this particular section, 35 to 62. Dhruva expresses an ambitious goal and Narada instructs him on the process to attain it. So these are the this section we are in. Dhruva advises an honest path to attain the most exalted position in the 3 worlds. And this set of verses 39 to 62, Narada, go to Madhuvana, practice Ashtanga Yoga, and meditate on the Lord's form, chant the Dwadashakshara mantra, and worship the deity. So we'll continue from text 55. Okay, so let me share. Text 54 also, let us say, ఇక్కడ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ అయింది. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ మంత్రేనానేన దేవస్య కుర్య ద్రవ్యమయం బుధ సపర్యాం వివిధై ద్రవ్యైర్ దేశకాల విభాగవిత్. ఒకసారి రిసైడ్ చేద్దాము. లార్డ్ ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్, హూ ఇస్ నారదముని ఇస్ గివింగ్ దిస్ మంత్ర, ద్వాదక్షర మంత్ర. సో ఒకసారి రిసైడ్ చేసి
previous screen too.
I am not
is it
sure.
with me or is it with everyone?
Everybody, I didn't share. Sorry. Okay ప్రభు, ఒకసారి రిసైడ్ చేద్దామా ఇది?
ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ. ఓం నమో భగవతే వాసుదేవాయ మంత్రేనానేన దేవస్య కుర్యాద్ ద్రవ్యమయం బుధః సపర్యం వివిధైర్ద్రవ్యైర్ దేశకాల విభాగవేత్. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్. లాస్ట్ లైన్ దేశకాల విభాగవేత్. ఓకేనా? జనరల్ గా ఇది దేశకాల అనేది ఒక 20-30 చోట్ల వస్తుంది భాగవతంలో. భగవంతుడి నేమ్ తీసుకునేటప్పుడు దేశ కాల వస్తుత లేకపోతే
పాత్ర.
ఇవి ఏమి ఉండవు అని.
ఓకే, బికాస్ టైమ్ ఈజ్ కృష్ణ. ఓకే, దేర్ ఇస్ నో.
అంటే ఒక్కసారి దాన్ని ఎవరు ఈయన ఉంటాడు, శుక్రాచార్య ఉంటాడు కదా, శుక్రాచార్య తిన్ని బలి మహారాజుని ఇవ్వద్దు అంటాడు కదా, నువ్వేమి ఇవ్వద్దు నాయన, భగవంతుడు ఏమి ఇవ్వద్దు అంటాడు కదా. అన్ని ఇచ్చేసాక అదే మన బలి విల్ గివ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ నా, విల్ గివ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్, అండ్ దెన్ హీ విల్ బి లైక్ వాట్ ఈస్ ఏ కంప్లీట్లీ సరెండర్డ్ స్టేట్. దెన్ కృష్ణ విల్ ఆస్క్, నో దట్ విష్ణు విల్ ఆస్క్ శుక్రాచార్య, హే శుక్రాచార్య, వాట్ ఎవర్ యువర్ disciple has done, is it right or not? Okay. You know, at that time his disciple means Bali will take the name of the Lord. He will just take the name of the Lord. The moment he takes the name of the Lord, now Vishnu asks to Shukracharya, is it right or not? Then the same Shukracharya who told him not to surrender to this person, he says again the same thing. Mantratastantrataschidram desha kalarvastutah. This desha kala vastutah will be repeated in Bhagavatam many times. One is here, other is many times. Whenever seniors, the gurus give this instruction to disciples, na, they say this desha kalar vastutah. Nothing will work on what you say, the holy name. Dosha, none of the doshas will work on the holy name. Okay, ఇది చెప్పడానికి ఇది ఎప్పుడు ఇంపార్టెంట్ చేస్తారు బాబుజీ. దేశ కాలార వస్తుత వచ్చింది అంటే హరినామం వచ్చేసినట్టే అక్కడ భాగవతంలో.
ఓకే ఓకే, I'm just checking that was if we can find out. Okay, let me see.
That is 8:23:16, Prabhu. Okay. Many times it comes, Prabhu, but this is the circumstance which I could remember actually. In 8:23:16 also you'll find the same.
Vastuta, yeah, got it. Okay. మంత్రతస్తచిత్రం దేశకాలార్హ వస్తుతః సర్వం కరోతి నిశ్చిత్రం అనుసంకీర్తనం తవ. హరే కృష్ణ.
Whenever you take the name of the Lord, Anusankirtanam Tava, what happens? All this, what you say, mantra, tantra, chidra, मतलब सब कुछ चला जाएगा. దేశ కాల వస్తుత చేసే పూజా విధాన పద్ధతిలో తేడా ఉన్న ఏదున్నా అన్ని పోతాయి అన్నమాట. దట్స్ వై ఎర్లీ ఫస్ట్ అండ్ లాస్ట్, ఫస్ట్ వీ డూ 24 mantras ఇన్ యజ్ఞ అండ్ లాస్ట్ వీ డూ సర్వం కృష్ణార్పణమస్తు. Right? If we take those things, whatever wrong comes in between, everything will be going away.
Haribo. Nice to share. I was referring other also, but anyway. So here, one thing Prabhupada mentioned here in the purport okati. Whenever we perform some like dharma, artha, kama, according to time, that is different to understand. I mean, different context. Nardamana like this, Desha, Kala, has been described in verses 20, whatever. Vishnu, words, Ayane, Vishwe, Kuriya, Vyatipate, Dinakshe, all the places giving charitable form. Hari Revaika, Urvisha, Yanmayam, Vai Characharam. The root of everything. The best patra person who everything must be given. Haribo. There's another. I just search which okay. So, but this one is emphasizing, if we chant holy names of the Lord, but when your Lordship's holy name is chanted, everything becomes faultless. What is that everything becomes faultless? There may be discrepancies in pronouncing mantras, observing regulative principles. Moreover, there may be discrepancies in regard time, place, and person or paraphernalia. So that will faultless if you chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna. So we'll continue reading. So I'm sharing now. Okay. One more time, we will read this 54 also. Please read anyone. Translation as well as purport. Hare Krishna. Come on now, let us reading now. Anyone who wants to? Hare Krishna Prabhu's and mothers.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. నేను చదవను ప్రభు. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. This is 12th syllable mantra for worshipping Lord Krishna. One should install the physical form of Lord, and with the chanting of the mantra, one should offer flowers and foods and other varieties of foodstuffs, exactly according to the rules and regulations prescribed by authorities. But this should be done in consideration of the place, time, and attendant conveniences and inconveniences. Okay, purport. No. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yes, bro.
Okay, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is known as Dwadasa Akshara mantra. This mantra is chanted by Vaishnava devotees and it begins with Pranava, Omkara. There is an injection that those who are not Brahmanas, sorry, bro. Those who are not Brahmanas cannot pronounce the Pranava mantra. But Dhruva Maharaj was born in a Kshatriya. He at once admitted before Narada Muni that as a Kshatriya he was unable to accept Narada's instruction of renunciation and mental equilibrium, which are concern of a Brahmana. Still, although not a Brahmana, but a Kshatriya, Dhruva was allowed. Very interesting points. Okay. Dhruva was allowed on the authority of Narada, okay, to pronounce the Pranava mantra, Pranava Omkara. This is very significant, especially in India. The caste Brahmanas object greatly when the person from the other caste who are not born in Brahmana families recite this Pranava mantra. But here is tacit proof that if a person accepts the Vaishnava mantra or Vaishnava way of worshipping the deity, he is allowed to chant the Pranava mantra. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord personally accepts that anyone, even one of the low species, can be elevated to the highest position and go back to Godhead simply if he worships properly. Very
nice. Nice, bro. So nice, huh? That's very, nicely. Thank you so much. ఒకళ్ళని అడుగుదాం ప్రభు ఇది 1 2 3 more paragraphs ఉన్నాయి. We'll ask 3 more.
Sure.
Thank you so much. Very nice. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Read anyone? Text is second paragraph.
I will read, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
The prescribed rules, as stated here by Narada Muni, are that one should accept the mantra through a bona fide spiritual master and hear that mantra in the right ear. Not only should one chant or murmur the mantra, but in front of him he must have the deity or physical form of the Lord. Of course, when the Lord appears, it is no longer a physical form. For example, when an iron rod is made red hot in a fire, it is no longer iron, it is fire. Similarly, when we make a form of the Lord, whether of wood or stone or metal or jewels or paint or even a form within the mind, it is a bona fide spiritual transcendental form of the Lord. Not only must one receive the mantra from the bona fide spiritual master like Narada Muni or his representative in the disciplic satsang, but one must chant the mantra. And not only must one chant, but he should also offer whatever foodstuff is available in his part of the world according to the time and convenience. Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Thank you so much. Very nice. So nice. Next paragraph. One more devotee. Hare Krishna, please come back. Yeah, Akinjam, go ahead. Yeah.
The method of worship, chanting the mantra and preparing the forms of the Lord is not a stereotype, nor it is nor is it exactly the same everywhere. It is specifically mentioned in this verse that one should take consideration of the time, place, and available conveniences. Our Krishna consciousness movement is on going on throughout the entire world, and we also install deities in different centers. Sometimes our Indian friends, puffed up with concocted notions, criticize. This is not being done. This has not been done. That has not been done. But they forget the instructions of Narada Muni to one of the greatest Vaishnavas, Dhruva Maharaj. One has to consider the particular time, country, and conveniences. What is the convenient in India may not be convenient in the Western countries. Those who are not actually in the lines of acharyas or who personally have no knowledge how to act in the role of acharya unnecessarily criticize the activities of the ISKCON movement in countries outside of India. The fact is that such critics cannot do anything personally to spread Krishna consciousness. If someone does go and preach, taking all the risk and allowing all considerations for the time and place, it might be that there are changes in the manner of worship, but that is not all faulty according to Shastra. Srimad, Srimad Virarghava Acharya, an Acharya in the disciple sections of Ramanuja Sampradaya, has remarked in his commentary, the Chandalas are the conditioned souls who are born in the lower Shudra families can be initiated according to the circumstances. The formalities may be slightly changed here and there to make the Vaishnavas. Hare Krishna.
Oh,
See
this is
that.
very important. This
Yeah.
Acharya, Veerragava Acharya. Okay.
Mm.
Whenever in our Madhva Sampradaya, if we couldn't get any of the clues, Prabhupada will directly go to Veerragava Acharya's. Okay. His commentaries.
Yes, Babu. Right. And that's where, according to time, place, circumstances, it has to change, slightly change some things. Everybody part and parcel of Krishna means, why to check his condition, just, initiate in the process of bhakti and, let them practice. Prabhupada is merciful, That time, our caste Brahmana, no, they should not chant, lower born, they don't know anything. They are chandalas like that. No. That is the mercy of, Acharya, pure devotee, Hare Krishna. So that's where, Prabhupada, so immediately pointing out, we're referring to one Acharya, Viraraga Acharya, Ki Jai. Okay, one per paragraph. Any devotee wants to read? Please go ahead. Let me see. Everyone, Rashmi Mata, you want to read Haribol? Or Madhavi Mata ji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Right.
Go ahead, please read.
Yeah. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommends that his name should be heard in every nook and corner of the world. How is this possible unless one preaches everywhere? The cult of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavata Dharma, and he especially recommends Krishna Katha, not the cult of Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavata. He recommends that every Indian considering this task to be para upakara or welfare activity. Take the Lord's message to other residents of the world. Okay. Other doesn't refer only to those who are exactly like the Indian Brahmanas and Kshatriyas or like the caste Brahmanas who claim to be Brahmanas because they were born in the families of Brahmanas. The principle that only Indians and Hindus should be brought into the Vaishnava cult is a mistaken idea. There should be propaganda to bring everyone to the Vaishnava cult. The Krishna consciousness movement is meant for this purpose. There is no bar to propagating the Krishna consciousness movement even among people who are born in Chandala, Mlecha or Yavana families. Even in India, this point has been enunciated by Srila Sanatana Goswami in his book Haribhakti Vilasa, which is Vritti, and is the authorized Vedic guide for Vaishnavas in their daily behavior. Sanatana Goswami says that as bell metal can turn to gold when mixed with mercury in a chemical process, so by the bona fide Diksha or initiation method, anyone can become a Vaishnava. One should take initiation from a bona fide spiritual master coming in the disciplic succession, who is authorized by his predecessor, spiritual master. This is called Diksha Vidhana. Lord Krishna states in Bhagavad Gita, Vyapastitya. One should accept a spiritual master. By this process, the entire world can be converted to Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Madhuri. Nice. So Sanatana Goswami written one scripture, Haribhakti Vilasa. It talks about many things, Vaishnava behavior, how to worship the deity, everything. So nicely written. So this is Prabhupada pointing here. Enunciate why this point Prabhupada made here, because okay, here even in India this point has been enunciated. What is that point? There is no bar to propagating. If a person wants, if nicely cultivating these habits of Vaishnava culture, there is no caste, creed, nation, gender, nothing. Everybody can nicely practice bhakti, just to follow the principles and rules. Yeah, mistaken idea. What is that mistaken idea? Only Indians and Hindus follow the process. No, this caste Brahmanas especially, caste Brahmana, Prabhupada definition. What is it? They born in families of Brahmana, but they don't have qualities. How can we call? So Prabhupada many times said, ISKCON, Krishna conscious movement is creating Brahmanas, Vaishnavas, higher standard.
Even after seeing the changes also, people are not supporting Prabhu. That is the biggest problem today.
Is there.
So much of envy, so much of jealous, Prabhu. Okay.
That is always there, Still,
that is always there.
Material nature is so strong, even though taking up in initiations.
Because the problem, Prabhu, today, the so-called Brahmanas who are doing priest in temples, they don't study Bhagavad Gita, they don't study Bhagavatam. Okay. They're just doing the mechanically, and it is all the problem, Prabhu. Yeah. Because that enviness, nothing goes. Okay. Everything money. That's it.
Yeah. Right. Correct. So Prabhupada, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings are, follow, anybody can follow Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. The principles laid out in this, and that's it. They become nice devotees of Supreme Lord. So the same mood in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, Srila Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur, and our own founder Acharya Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. So spreading the holy names of glories of the Lord. Because anybody can practice. That's why, how fortunate, I feel that, right now, this is a very jungle, concrete jungle of, New York City. Prabhupada mercy, I'm situated in nice condition, around devotees, nice prasadam, worship, chanting the holy names of God. Because of the, that's a beauty. Anywhere we can practice Krishna consciousness, and anyone can, anywhere we can practice in Krishna consciousness, anyone can practice. Just follow some rules and regulations of the path. Thank you. So we'll do from today this one, 55 words. Anybody wants to do? Whoever not done, please read translation, 55th verse.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, Lakshmi
Prabhu,
Kant.
Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam. Please continue. Photography and videography, along with the combination of reading.
Hare.
Okay.
It is specifically mentioned
No,
here
the
in
translation also, Prabhu.
translation. Sorry, translation. One should worship the Lord by offering pure water, pure flower garlands, fruits, flowers, and vegetables, which are available in the forest, or by collecting newly grown grasses, small buds of flowers, or even the skin of trees, and if possible, by offering tulsi leaves, which are very dear to Supreme Personality of a Godhead. Purport. It is specifically mentioned herein that tulsi leaves are very dear to the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, and devotees should take particular care to have tulsi leaves in every temple and center of worship. In the Western countries, while engaged in propagating the Krishna consciousness movement, we were brought great unhappiness because we could not find tulsi leaves. Therefore, we are very much obliged to our disciple Srimati Govinda Dasi because she has taken much care to grow tulsi plants from seeds, and she has been successfully by the grace of Krishna. Now tulsi plants are growing in almost every center of our movement. Tulsi leaves are very important in the method of worshipping the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. In this verse, the word Sali Laiha means by the water. Of course, Dhruva Maharaj was worshipping on the bank of the Yamuna. The Yamuna and the Ganga are sacred, and sometimes devotee in India insist that the deity must be worshipped with water of the Ganga or Yamuna. But here we understand Desha Kala to mean according to time and country. Desakala. Okay, sorry. In the Western countries, there in no river Yamuna or Gangas. A water from such sacred river is not available. Does this mean that the Archa worship should 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 for that reason be stopped? No Shalilai refer to any water, whatever is available, but it must be very
Clear.
Krishna, very clear and collected purely that water can be used. The other perennial such as flower garlands, fruits and vegetables should be collected according to the country and according to the availability. Tulsi leaves are very important to for satisfying the Lord. So, as far as possible, an arrangement should be made for growing tulsi leaves. Dhruva Maharaj was advised to worship the Lord with the fruits and flowers available in the forest. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna frankly says that he accepts vegetables, fruits, flowers, etc. One should not offer Lord Vasudeva anything other than what is prescribed herein by the great authorities Narada Muni. One cannot offer to the deity according to one's whims. Since these fruits and vegetables are available anywhere in the universe, we should observe this small point very attentively. Thank you, Prabhu.
Attentively. Okay. Jai, thank you. Thank you, Lakshmikant Prabhu, for reading. Very nice. So this is the what to offer and the Narada Muni's instructions to Dhruva Maharaj. That's where our worship standards. What to offer to Krishna. So this Tulasi leaves is very dear to Krishna. That's why we have sing every day in the morning program. We are worshipping Tulasi Devi. Tulasi Krishna Prayasi. Very dear to Krishna. That's why and what we fruits, vegetables, everything in forest is available very freshly. That's why you offer and please Lord, like that, in instruction. Nardamani to Dhruva Maharaj. Very nice. Yeah. Anybody wants to share anything? One more, Prabhupada remembering his disciple. Srimati Govinda Dasi so nicely took care of, Tulasi. So Prabhupada happiness, see, in the beginning you were how to grow Tulasi in Western countries, but somehow the seeds, that Mataji grown up in all the centers applied that and how to grow Tulasi. And we have in our ISKCON a department is there, Tulasi care department, because every day we offer Tulasi in worshipping, Sodasopachara Puja and whatever worshipping in offering during offerings, bogas, we place Tulasi. Tulasi take care is one of the department, nicely. According to time, place, and circumstance also, Prabhupada implemented this method, how to worship Tulasi. So nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Text 56, anybody wants to read? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Next, let me see, 56,
I'll
50,
read it again.
57.
Hare Krishna ji.
Yeah. I'm just 60, 62. We will complete today this section anyway. Okay, now so we'll continue. Let me see, 62. Okay. Okay, so 55. Let me go back here. Continue. Okay. Yeah, Saraswati Mother, you want to go ahead? Please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
I'm sharing. Yeah. So this one 55 and 56. Go ahead. Now the one instructing what to offer, performing worship and to remembering Lord, by chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, meditating on Supreme Lord's form. Now continue. Yeah, 56. Continue.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. It is possible to worship a form of Lord made of physical elements such as earth, water, pulp, wood, and metal. In the forest, one can make a form with no more than earth and water and worship him according to the above principles. A devotee who has full control over his self should be very sober and peaceful and must be satisfied simply with eating whatever fruits and vegetables are available in the forest. Purport. It is essential for a devotee to worship the form of the Lord and not only meditate upon the form of the Lord within his mind with the chanting of the mantra given by the spiritual master. The worship of the form must be present. The impersonalists take unnecessary trouble to meditate upon or worship something impersonal, and the path is very precarious. We are not advised to follow the impersonalist way of meditating on or worship the Lord. Dhruva Maharaj was advised to worship a form made of earth and water because in the jungle, if it is not possible to have a form made of metal, wood, or stone, the best process is to take earth, mix it with water, and make a form of the Lord and worship Him. The devotee should not be anxious about cooking food. Whatever is available in the forest or in the city among the fruit and vegetable groups should be offered to the deity, and the devotee should be satisfied eating that. He should not be anxious to have very palatable dishes. Of course, wherever it is possible, one should offer the deities the best foodstuffs prepared within the category of fruits and vegetables, cooked or uncooked. The important factor is that the devotee should be regulated. Mita bhuk. That is one of the good qualities of a qualification of a devotee. He should not hanker to satisfy the tongue with a particular kind of foodstuff. He should be satisfied to eat whatever prasada is available by the grace of the Lord. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Prabhupada writes in impersonal unnecessary trouble to meditate upon something impersonal. So something Prabhupada mentioned, at least if it is not available form of metal, wood, stone, at least take, matti plus water. తీసుకో ఒక ఫామ్ క్రియేట్ చేసి worship like that. The devotee should not be anxious about cooking food also. Whatever available, offered daily and have it. And Mitapuk, this is one of the good qualification of a devotee. Prabhupada's word. Good qualification. Overeating is not good. Rupa Goswami said, Atyahara. 57. Let us continue. 57. Please continue. Anyone? Hare
Can I
Krishna.
read, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam, Prabhuji.
57.
Translation and purport given by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. My dear Dhruva, beside worshipping the deity and chanting the mantra 3 times a day, you should meditate upon the transcendental activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his different incarnations, as exhibited by his supreme will be personal potencies. Purport.
Yeah.
Devotional service comprises 9 prescribed practices: hearing, chanting, remembering, worshipping, serving, and offering everything to the deity, etc. Here, Dhruva Maharaj is advised not only to meditate on the form of Lord, but to think of his transcendental pastimes in his different incarnations. Mayavadi philosophers take the incarnation of the Lord to be in the same category as the ordinary living entity. This is a great mistake. That the incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not forced to act by the material laws of nature. The word Svecha is used here to indicate that he appears out of his supreme will. The conditioned soul is forced to accept a particular type of body according to his karma given by the laws of material nature under the direction of the Supreme Lord. But when the Lord appears, he is not forced by the dictation of material nature. He appears as he likes by his own internal potency. That is the difference. The uh, the conditioned soul accept the particular type of body, such as the body of the hog, by his work and by the superior authority of material nature. But when Lord Krishna appears as Varaha Avatara in an expensive feature which cannot be compared to an ordinary hog. His appearance and disappearance disappearance are inconceivable to us. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly said that he appears by his own internal potency for the protection of the devotees and the annihilation of the non-devotees. A devotee, a devotee should always consider that Krishna does not appear as an ordinary human being or ordinary beast. His appearance is a Varaha Murti, or the horse or a tortoise is an exhibition of his internal potential. In the Brahma Samhita, it is said, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi. One should not mistake the appearance of the Lord as a human being or a beast to be the same as the birth of an ordinary conditioned soul, who is forced to appear by the laws of nature, whether as an animal, as a human being, or as a demigod. This kind of thinking is offensive. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has condemned the Mayavadis as offensive to the Supreme Personality of God, as because of their thinking that the Lord and the conditioned living entities are one and the same. Narada advised Dhruva to meditate on the pastimes of the Lord, which is as good as the meditation of the concentrating one's mind on the form of the Lord. As meditation of any form of the Lord is valuable, so is chanting of different names of the Lord, such as Hari, Govinda, and Narayana. But in this age, we are especially advised to chant the Hare Krishna mantra as enunciated in the Shastra.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Very nice purpose. Thank you so much. This kind of thinking is offensive. What kind of thinking? Just like, Prabhupada mentioned the one form of, Lord Varaha Deva. It's not like normal living entity. Looks like, filthy place. No, because Krishna appeared with his internal potency, it is perfect. But Prabhupada writes this word, forced by nature. We take, one should not mistake the appearance of the Lord as a human being or a beast with the same as birth of ordinary conditioned soul. Next line, who is forced to appear by the laws of nature according to one's karma, right? But Krishna is not like that. He is in his own sweet will, his own internal potency. He appeared any form that is transcendental. It's not material. We see material hog and Prabhupada mentioned, these Mayavadis. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu condemned Mayavadis, offensive understanding, offensive, are same. Supreme Personality of Godhead because of their thinking and that the Lord and the conditioned living entities are one and the same. No, one and same. So much difference. Okay, so we can hear Dhruva Maharaja's meditation. There are instructions to Dhruva Maharaj actually. What to do, what to offer, how to meditate. That's very easy. What to chant is explaining. Text 58. We will another 4 verses and we can wrap up. Okay, so another 4 verses. We can complete the section. So that Monday we can take up another section. So please read. Anyone? Translation as purport. Come on, devotees. Anybody wants to do?
No, Prabhu. Can I
Prabhu.
read?
Saraswati Mata. Let me ask, Prabhu. Sirisha Mata is there. Saraswati Mata is there. Let me ask once.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Translation: one should follow in the footsteps of previous devotees regarding how to worship the Supreme Lord with the prescribed paraphernalia, or one should offer worship within the heart by reciting the mantra to the personality of Godhead, who is non-different from the mantra. Purport: it is recommended here that even if one cannot arrange to worship the form of Lord with all recommended paraphernalia, one can simply think about the form of Lord or mentally offer everything recommended in the Shastras, including flowers, chandana pulp, conch shell, umbrella, fan, and chamra. One can meditate upon offering and chant the 12-syllable mantra Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, since the mantra and the Supreme Personality of Godhead are non-different. One can worship the form of the Lord with the mantra in the absence of physical paraphernalia. The story of the Brahmana who worshipped the Lord within his mind, as related in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or the Nectar of Devotion, should be considered in this connection. If paraphernalia is not present physically, one can think of the items and offer them to the deities by chanting the mantra. Such are the liberal and potent facilities in the process of devotional service. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mata, thank you so much. So that is where, devotional service is such a beautiful process. It's not forced by anything. And, if it is not, this, for example, about the paraphernalia talks about, if it is not in the absence of physical paraphernalia, with the mantra we can offer some things. Like, for example, if you take the best example, all the holy rivers, seven holy rivers, we pray the mantra and, we establish that Samanya Argya water, we say that. Right, Gange Chemine Cheva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jalis. One simple mantra, that the water is so potent. We use that water in all of the worship. That's the beauty of the process. And if it is available, physical paraphernalia available, at least we can offer. If it is not available, with mantra we can do that. That's where one can simply think about the form of the Lord and mentally offer everything recommended in the Shastra thing mentally. That is there. Best process. That's where devotion service is a very best and beautiful and easy process. I mean, if it is availability is there, we can use. If it is not available, just recite mantra, remember Supreme Lord, chant mantra, and then offer like that. 59, 60, there's 2 verses there. Please, do you read anyone? Let me read, okay? Translation for Prabhupada ki jai. Anyone? ఇంకో 2 verses ఉన్నాయి చదువుతున్నాను నేను. లెట్ మీ రీడ్. ఎనీవన్ హూ దస్ ఎంగేజెస్ ఇన్ ద డివోషనల్ సర్వీస్ ఆఫ్ ది లార్డ్ సీరియస్లీ అండ్ సిన్సియర్లీ విత్ హిస్ మైండ్, వర్డ్స్ అండ్ బాడీ, and who is fixed in the activities of the prescribed devotional methods is blessed by the Lord according to his desire. If a devotee desires material religiosity, religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, or liberation from the material world, he is awarded these results. Purport. Devotional service is so potent that one who renders devotional service can receive whatever he likes as a benediction from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The conditioned souls are very much attached to the material world, and thus, by performing religious rites, they want the material benefits known as dharma and artha. So that's very nice one. Evam kayena manasa vachasa cha manogatam paricharya mano bhagavan bhaktimat paricharyaya पुंसाम आमायिनं सम्यक् भजतां भाववर्धनः श्रेयो दिशाभिमतं यद्धर्मादिषु देहिनां. Very important, huh? Blessed by Supreme Lord, Prabhupada. Blessed by Supreme Lord, according to his desire. Engages in devotional service, sincerely, seriously. And our Guru Maharaj says that, without any ulterior motive. And everything revealed is fixed in the activities of subsequent activities. Okay, continue, Prabhu. You want to read? Okay, jump, Prabhu. And this one and last verse, we can wrap. Okay, two more verses for this section. So please read.
Yes.
You want to read?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes. If one is very serious about liberation, he must stick to the process of transcendental loving service, engaging 24 hours a day in the highest stage of ecstasy, and he must certainly be aloof from all activities of sense gratification.
ఒకసారి రిసైడ్
There
చేద్దాం.
are
వెరీ నైస్ వర్డ్స్. ఉన్నారా ప్రభు? ప్రభు ఉన్నారా? డ్రాప్ అయిపోయినా? ఓకే, ఒకసారి లెట్ మీ రిసైడ్. విరక్తచేంద్రియారతౌ భక్తి యోగేన భూయస తం నిరంతర భావేన భజేతార్థ విముక్తయే. సూపర్ వర్డ్స్ ప్రభు. వెరీ నైస్. విరక్తశ్చేంద్రియారతౌ భక్తి యోగేన భూయస తం నిరంతర భావేన భజేతార్థ విముక్తయే. ఓకే, బెస్ట్ ప్రభు.
Yeah, purpose. There are different stages. So, there is a difference. There are different stages of perfection according to the different person's objectives. Generally, people are karmis, for they engage in the activities of sense gratification. Above the karmis are the gyanis who are trying to become liberated for the material engagements. The yogis are still more advanced because they meditate on the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And above all of these are the devotees who simply engage in transcendental loving service of the God. They are situated seriously on the topmost platform of ecstasy. Here, Dhruva Maharaj is advised that if he has no desire for sense gratification, then he should directly engage himself in transcendental loving service of the Lord. The path of apavarga or liberation begins from the stage called moksha. In this verse, the word vimuktaye for liberation is especially mentioned. If one wants to be happy within the material world, he may aspire to go to the different material planetary systems where there is higher standard of sense gratification. But real moksha or liberation is performed without any such desire. This is explained in Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu by the term Anyabhilashita Sunyam, without desire for the material sense gratification. For persons who are still inclined to enjoy material life in different stages or in different planets, the stage of liberation is Bhakti Yoga. In Bhakti Yoga is not recommended. Only persons who are completely free from the contamination of sense gratification can execute Bhakti Yoga or the process of devotional service very purely. The activities on the path of apavarga up to the stage of dharma, artha, and kama are meant for the sense gratification. But when one comes to the stage of moksha, the personal liberation, The practitioner wants to merge into the existence of the Supreme, but that is also sense gratification. When one goes above the stage of liberation, however, he at once becomes one of the associates of the Lord to render transcendental loving service. That is technically called vimukti. For the specific vimukti liberation, Ananda Muni recommends that one directly engages himself in devotional service.
Very good. Jai.
Correct.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Prabhupada mentioned directly, one point. Anya vilashita shunyam. And this word, higher standard of sense gratification in higher planetary systems, that is also not good. Still wanted to enjoy materialistic way of life. So in this verse, one is very serious about liberation. He must stick to the process of devotional service, transcendental loving service, engaging 24 hours a day in the highest stage of ecstasy. He must certainly be aloof from all activities of sense gratification. He doesn't want to go to any other higher planetary systems. He wants to serve the lotus feet of Supreme Lord all the time. That is the highest path. That is the highest vimukti, technically called vimukti. For this specific vimukti liberation, Narada Muni recommends that one directly engage himself in devotional service. We have there dharmartha kama moksha also to the sense gratification level only, are meant for sense gratification. This is what Prabhupada mentioned, and understanding the activities on the path of apavarga up to the stages of dharmartha kama and meant for sense gratification. But when it comes to stage of moksha, impulse liberation, the practitioner wants to merge into, that is also sense gratification. Merging into his existence, Brahman realization, also is a kind of sense gratification. When one goes above the stage of liberation, however, he at once becomes one of the associates of that is where, that is the highest understanding, right? Servant of eternal servant of Supreme Lord. Gopi Bhartul Padakamalayur, Dasa. I'm not a Kshatriya, I'm not a Vaishya, Shudra, and Vaishya, Shudra. I am not a Brahmana, I'm not a Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and then Sannyas. Then who am I? I'm servant of Supreme Lord and serving eternally. That is the highest understanding. Engage him directly. Here are Narada Muni instructs to Dhruva Maharaj, engage Supreme Lord in devotional service, thinking all the time. This is the last verse. Let me recite and conclude. When Dhruva Maharaja, the son of the king, was thus advised by the great sage Narada, he circumambulated Narada, his spiritual master, and offered him respectful. He got the instructions. Now he started worshipping. He started performing tapasya, very many Supreme Lord. Then he started for Madhuvana, and which is always imprinted with the lotus fruit prints of Lord Krishna, and which is therefore especially auspicious. So until now, this section is done. When Dhruva Maharaja, the son of the king, was thus advised by the great sage Narada, advised means all the instructions he got it, what to chant, how to worship, what to offer, what to chant, how to worship, and what to offer. He got the instructions. Now he circumambulates Narada because he's spiritual master, take the blessings from him, and then started going to offer him respect to obeisance, and started for Madhuvana, which is always imprinted with the lotus footprints of Lord Krishna, and which is therefore especially auspicious. So until now, this section done. We'll continue from 63 onwards on Monday. Radharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you so much, devotees, for extending another 10 minutes. Oka song vini, we will end up, okay? We will hear that song. Chedagosma Ashtakam song Vindamu. Then Monday or Tuesday. Monday, please present somebody, complete Chedagosma Ashtakam. Please sing by watching that video multiple times. I'm going to share here once, then we can wrap up, okay? Let us hear Chedagosma Ashtakam of this beautiful singing. 5 minutes on the focus చేయండి nice గా. Only 5 minutes, okay? Very nice. Quick అయిపోతుంది. Prabhupada recited so nicely, it was 12-13 minutes. So nicely, very slowly, nicely chanted Shiragoswami Astaka by our founder Acharya Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada. That is there. This is modern way recently. I mean, just when this was uploaded, 6 years back, this Mataji, Radha Kanta Mataji, she uploaded her in our YouTube channel. So nicely recited, easy to follow the tune also. We can spend good time. Huh? So let us hear this one and we can wrap. I'm sharing now. First of all, let me check here the sound controls. Okay. Hare Krishna. Where are the sound controls? Let me share here first. Okay. This guy is there. Not here. Just open here. Okay. Sharing now. మంచిగా వినండి. మళ్ళీ మీరు కూడా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేసి మంచిగా వినండి. 3-4 సార్లు వినండి వీకెండ్లో. అండ్ మండే ప్లీజ్ సింగ్ 1 or 2 devotees in the call. Then Tuesday onwards we can choose different verses. I am thinking about Mukundamala Sutram. Until January 1st we can try to go through with Mukundamala prayers. Close to 50 plus verses, more than 50 verses. So I want to share the sound also. Let me check sound once. Come on. Stereo. Okay. Please confirm once. One devotee. Sound coming.
Yes, yes.
Krishna.
Yeah. వస్తుంది కదా సౌండ్?
వస్తుంది ప్రభుజీ.
ఓకే. మంచిగా వినండి. ఓకే. నైస్గా రిసైడ్ చేసింది మాతాజీ. ఓకే. ప్లీజ్ హియర్. And verse is there, meaning is there, and you can while hearing you can meditate upon meaning also.
Krishna kirtana gana nartana paro premamritam bonidhi dhira dhira jana priyo priyo karo nirmatsaro pujito Shri Chaitanya kripa bara bhuvi bhuvo baravahantara Bande rupa sanatano raghujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Sadharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarno Tribhuvane Manjushayanya Karo Radha Krishna Padara Vindavajana Nandena Matoliko Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Shri Gauranga Gunanu Varnana Vido Shraddha Samrityam Vido Papatāpanikrintano tanubrita Govinda ganamrita Anandam bhuti bhardhanaika nipuno Kaivalya nishtarako Bande rupa sanatano raghujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Tyakta Turnamashesha Mandalapati Shrenim Sadatu Chava Bhutva Dina Ganeshako Karunaya Gopina Kanta Shrito Gopi Bhavara Samritabdhilahari Kalola Magnau Muhu Bande Rupa Sanatano Raghujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Kujako Kila Hamsa Sarasagana Kirne Mayura Kule Nana Ratna Nipadhamula Vitava
Radha Yamuda Panderupa Sanatano Ragujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Sankhya Purvakana Gana Nativi Kalavasani Krito Nidrahara Vihara Kali Vijito Chaitanya Dinau Chayo Radha Krishna Gunasmiter Madhurima Nandena Stamohito Panderupa Sanatana Ragujugo Chichiva Gopalako Radha Kundatate Kalindatanaya Tire Javam Shivate Premon Manavashara Shesha Grasto Pramoto Sada Gayanto Chakadaharer Gunavara Bhava Vibhuta Muda Panderupa Sanatano Ragujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako He Radhe Vraja Devi Ke Chalalite He Nanda Shuno Kuta Shri Govardhana Kalpa Pada Patale Kalindi Banye Kuta Goshanta Viti Sarvata Brajapure Kedhair Mahabhibhalo Panderupa Sanatano Ragujugo Shri Jiva Gopalako
Jai. So nice guitar playing as well as Vadanga. Okay, simple. Thank you so much, devotees, for meditating on this. Shadagos.
Thank you, Prabhu. Wonderful song, Prabhu. Really.
One second. Okay. So thank you so much. So Monday, please come prepared for this recitation of Shadagos Mastakam. 1 or 2 devotees, please hear this song again and again. And easily, 5 minutes, we can easily recite every prayer. Okay. So thank you. So one word I want to share and we can wrap up in this Shadagos Mastakam. That's where our mood also, right? Why we put them in our altar. Shadagoswami Master, Shadagoswami picture we put, right? Why we put? Because they are the inspiration for our devotional service, right? They are the acharyas, exemplified by their acharana. So 1-2 words just want to share while hearing. I am meditating on the Shadagoswami Astakam. Okay, 1 second. I'm sharing one last thing. I want to see here. This is the beauty. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantasya Drudhavrata. Acharyas exemplified this quality. Drudhavrata. Satatam Kirtayanto Mam Yatantasya Drudhavrata Namasyantasya Mam Bhakti Nitya Yukta Upasate. So what is that word I am remembering? So this is the last few words. See here. Aharnisham. Telugu word is Aharnisham. Ahoratram. 2 things. One word. Okay. Nidrahara Vihara Kadi Vijito Chaitanya Dinach. That's there. Aharnisham. Radha Krishna Maharnisham Prabhajato Jivarto Yamuda. See, Aharnisham. Telugu మనం వాడతాం. Ahoratram Aharnisham. Nidrahara. They are remembering, that is their consciousness, that is their, they are all, that's the realization we heard from the teachings. They are associate Supreme Lord, Manjari forms. Radha Krishna Aharnisham and Nidrahara Vihara Adhikarishra. So their consciousness, they are in very, Prabhupada writes, in the transcendental ocean of ecstasy. That's word. Transcendental ocean of ecstasy. This Shadava Swami Ashtakam gives us that inspiration. We are also experience the joy of devotion, that's where, we have to remember these acharyas. Sri Rupa Sanatana, Bhatta Raghunatha, Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta, Dasa Raghunatha. Vande Rupa Sanatana, Raghuyugo. Raghunath Das Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami. So nicely fitting into this word, Raghuyugo. Raghunath Das Goswami and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. And Sri Jiva Goswami and Gopala Bhatta Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. 6 Goswamis ki jai. We all have nice KC weekend. Let us continue on Monday. Okay, Hare Krishna. Dandavad pranams. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha. Kripa sindhu vayevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's already there in the group, Prabhu. Chandramal Prabhu. Okay, na? Malak sir refer yesta. You can hear. Please sing on Monday or Tuesday. 1 or 2 devotees.